In this video, we're going to learn how to evaluate expressions. We're going to do that by substituting a variable. So what that means is that if you have an expression, like let's say 2x plus 5, and I tell you that x equals 3, you can substitute the 3 in for the x since they're equal. So you put the 3 in the right spot. That's the substitution right there. Substitute. And then you can do the math, so you can figure out what that would become. So if x is 3, then you would have 2 times 3 plus 5. Well, 2 times 3 is 6 plus 5. So this is a combination of a lot of things we've been working on recently, like order of operations. So then you would get 11 to be your answer. Let's do some more practice. All right, so I've written 4 expressions down here. First one is 2a, a plus 8, 9 minus a, and a divided by 2. So right now there isn't really much for me to do with any of these, but if I tell you that a is equivalent to 4, so maybe a stands for apples, and I've told you that there are 4 apples, then we could plug in 4 for a for each expression to figure out what it equals. So for the first one, 2a, that becomes 2, and then often we put the number in parentheses when we put it in. So that would be like 2 times 4, because whenever a number is right next to a variable, that means times, we remember. So that would be 8. If I substituted in for the second expression, I'd have 4 plus 8, and that would give me 12. If I did 9 minus a, that's like 9 minus 4. Notice each time I'm just taking my variable and I'm replacing it with the number 4. So then I would have 9 minus 4, that gives me 5. Last one, once again, I'm going to take the a right here and I'm going to replace it with a 4, because over here a equals 4. So that would give me 4 divided by 2, which is 1. All right, so now we have 2 variables. We have x and y. I want you to pause and I want you to try and evaluate the expression y plus 2x minus y for when x equals 10 and y equals 3. Do it now. All right, so I'm going to just copy this down, y plus 2x minus y. So remember, we're evaluating x equals 10. So that means I'm basically going to take out the x and put a 10 in its place. And I don't want 210. That wouldn't make sense. I want 2 times 10. So I'm going to put a little times dot in there. And then for the y's, I've been told that y equals 3. So I'm going to take out this y and replace it with a 3. And I'm going to take out this y and replace it with a 3. Both of them get replaced because there were 2 y's and both of the y's equal 3. Okay, so now I get to solve. So order of operations, what should I do first? I don't want to do the 3 plus 2 because I have a times right here. So I do the 2 times 10 gives me 20. So then 3 plus 20 minus 3. And at this point, I need to go from left to right because it's just addition and subtraction. So 3 plus 20 is 23. Minus 3 is 20. All right, let's try another one. This time, let's evaluate. Let's make this a little trickier. Let's evaluate a plus b over c and all of that squared. when A equals 5, B equals 11, and C equals 2. Give it a try. Pause now. All right, so I see that A equals 5. So I'm going to do 5, and then there's a plus sign. And then I see that B equals 11. So I'll put 11 here. And then it's divided by C, and C equals 2. So I'll put a 2 down below. And then there were some big parentheses and a squared up top. So that's always your first step, is to rewrite the whole expression, but with the numbers in place of which variable they equal. Then we follow order of operations. So order of operations says I do the exponent first, that I do the parentheses first. So that means I'm doing the parentheses, but there's a whole bunch of stuff inside the parentheses, like all this stuff. So basically that means I need to do all this stuff first, because that's what's in the parentheses. And of that stuff in there, I'm going to do the 5 plus 11 first, because all of that is divided by the 2. So I have to do it together before I do the 2. So that means that I'm going to do my 5 plus 11, and that gives me 16. So now I have 16 over 2. Because of the fraction bar being long by that, it means I have to do the addition before I can do the division, because there's like nothing to divide until after I add them together. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and then like always, I'm going to just rewrite it. And now I have 16 over 2. So 16 halves is 8, or 16 divided by 2. This is the same as 16 divided by 2. That gives me 8. It's still squared, although I probably don't need the parentheses at this point, but they don't hurt anything. And 8 squared, that's 8 times 8 is 64. So what we did here was we rewrote the expression with all the variables replaced by what they equal, and then we found the answer using order of operations. Very carefully, slowly. This basically boils down to the snow cone method. All right, so for your practice problem, I would like you to evaluate the expression 20 minus 3y when y equals 4. Once again, evaluate 20 minus 3y when y equals 4. Good luck.